Hey guys, another awesome episode for you guys today, and this one is about the chakra, the root chakra, um, and this one is very important. The root chakra, um, the physical essence, uh, really, it's really the start of your life. Really, you come into this world, uh, a physical being. You don't really have a consciousness. And so uh, you develop your physicality at first, um, your strength, your stability, your ability to walk, and really this actually leads to, I guess, the rest of the chakras. You start with your physicality. Um, Maybe you start. I mean, your acceptance to the physical world. Hopefully, you have that. Um, uh, I guess your comfort in the physical world is important. And a lot of people definitely struggle with this. I mean, this being maybe one of the first ones to get past, a very important one. This one's frequency 396, which is interesting because the numbers 396 are found throughout the universe. Uh, in mathematical equations, there just everything seems to come back to three. I think I misinterpreted that. It's 396. So numbers 369 also found throughout the universe. Different order. Um, I just recently also this one is also said to be I am, the root I am. So I guess this is where you kind of start out. Um, uh, you're you're grounding to the world, actually. Also very important aspect, also because many people lose their grounding to the world, maybe their magnetic connection to the world. It could be very important for you to sort of find that magnetic connection. Maybe start hugging some trees for a start. uh, that's something. There's actually a connection. You can literally get energy off of a tree, or off of the surface of the earth, which some people may not agree with. Some people don't believe that, um, but hey, it makes sense to me. This material world, we're on a magnetic rock, and uh, some of these blockages to your ability to accept your physicality. I guess you're fearful. Maybe you don't think that you physically have the same effect on the world. I guess you don't think your physical nature is it. Maybe you're comparing it towards everything else. Maybe other people, your physical nature. Really, you should just come back to I am, and that's really important. Just this is who you are. Um, Figure out what you know your physical essence is going to be in the world. If you um, maybe maybe this is just another opportunity to explore your creativity uh, in your physical essence. Whether you want to get into dance in a way, whether you need to find some different ways to detach from the left brain and sort of you do have a physicality in the world, a sense of dominance in the world, in the business world, in the modern world, but also maybe even look towards your creativity and your physicality. And actually, I'm wearing one of my old uh, soccer jerseys, my one of my old club soccer jerseys, and I thought about that. I wasn't even thinking about it at the time, but I was exploring my physicality in the world. Um, and what an awesome time. I definitely recommend sports in the youth, and uh, really sort of shaped me and my physicality to the point where I was very comfortable. I was physically fit. Um, I was very healthy, and I was really exploring my true capabilities, which is important. This one specifically, I am uh, exploring my true capabilities and the physical world and my physicality, manifesting some sort of greater me. You know, it's what about. It's not about some getting something greater in a way. It's about that greater me uh, that you should be looking towards. Like I said, poor health is going to be a blockage of your physicality, ungrounded, fearful about security and survival. This is going to affect your way to express yourself physically, and feeling of not belonging anywhere. Once again, this is opposite of your sort of attachment to the earth. I mean, you're here for a reason. You've got to create some path in a way. Hopefully you have some developed physicality. I mean, whatever honestly, maybe it's not about whatever developed physicality you have. Maybe it is just understanding you are a physical person in this world, no matter what shape or physical uh place you're in. You know, maybe you do need to be in practice more in your physicality. Find a way to do so. Find a way to be more physical, and you never know where that'll take you. Exploring that physicality, whether it's dance or sports or or maybe it leads to sexual in nature or whatever it may be, is just gonna sort of you know help with your connection to the this world physically and spiritually. Um, find that balance between the left and the right brain to not think, I guess, logistically or like linearly about your existence in the physical world. Find don't overweigh in either section. You know your weight in this physical world. Um, you discover, you determine, and it's extremely important. I was just watching the Olympics and the opening ceremony. Such an elaborate uh, exploration for physical uh, ability. You have the athletes that have just uh, you know conquered their own fears. They've strived their whole life to do this. Their whole purpose, their most of their purpose in their life is to make it to that stage physically. And what an awesome feat that is. Some of the most awesome feats in our existence are physical feats, and uh, I will always marvel those. Everyone will always marvel the physical beliefs or physical feats. Um, but once again, we can't also just marvel on them. We also have to be. We have to, I am a part of this physical world. I'm going to, run marathons. I'm going to do whatever it is that I want to do. Um, exercise, do these things. I had a period where I doubted that sort of in myself. Exercising and doing the physical therapy to sort of help overcome my spinal cord injury. Um, and I'm still doing these activities to try and overcome it. I haven't lost faith in the possibility that I'll walk again. Um, I'm still looking for, uh, I guess, a path to that. I'm still, exploring different ways. I'm taking different supplements. I'm exercising. I walk in these braces to sort of help strengthen my bones and do these things. So, um, that's why I'm able to stay in like the physical shape that I'm in right now. Um, back to the Olympics, I see all these, not only the athletes but all these singers. You have um, have singers, you have dancers, um, you have runway models. They incorporated some runway models, just all kinds of stuff, all kinds of acrobatics and things like that. So much physical ability, so much so much portrayal of their culture. This was in France, the Olympics this year, and they portrayed a lot of their culture. The singers were French. They were the music was good, um, and also there was like they actually tackled a kind of a spectrum of music too. They did rap. They did actually metal, which was wild. I did not expect them to go in the metal direction. And these guys were jamming out on the side of this building on the like the window sills of the building that were larger, and they had these people up there, and it was immaculate. It was immaculate. Um, like just a wide range of expression and physical ability, which is it just fit in perfectly for today for this episode. Um, Look at what other people are doing, exploring their physicality and their expression and the feats that they can accomplish, and find a way to get involved in that way. I personally would like to sing more often. I want to take some singing lessons, explore my ability to sing. I am hindered in a way to explore a lot of my physical abilities because I'm paraplegic, but I'd like to. I'd like to sing. I've been playing the guitar a little bit. That's one way that I've been exploring myself, learning some new things because, unfortunately, a lot of people will be in that place where they need to learn some new things physically to really explore this chakra and really feel comfortable, um, and less fearful about their way of expressing themselves physically and being out there socially, just a physical person in this universe, a part of humanity. Sometimes you overlook this, whatever it may be, feeling small in this universe. I've been in that place before where I felt small in this universe. It's not a great feeling. So just trying to empower everybody out there to sort of look for that way to conquer fears, get a sense of security, um, and a sense of belonging. I don't want you to be too over practical. Uh, you can't lack these dreams and imagination. These physical abilities, they all transpire first in you internally, in your mind, before you can sort of conquer these things. And you got Olympic divers. They go through this sort of manifestation of what their dive is going to be before they do it. They got all the different tucks and turns and all this stuff already in their brain. They reflect. They sort of alter. They create this in their mind first, and then they explore it with their physical body. Um, uh, Sometimes these other hinders of this are financial issues, getting in the way of you being able to explore, I guess, exercising and your physical passions. So that is definitely an elephant in the room that can get in the way. But also difficulty letting go of that comfortable state that you're in. Maybe you have trouble letting go of who you are, and you're not willing to practice to get to who you can ultimately be. And so I talked about this before in previous episodes. Thinking about yourself, what that vision is of who you are, who that vision of you in the future is still you. You are that person in practice of where you're going to be. That's who you are. So whatever that vision is of you in your future, you need to just accept it and let go of where you are now, so that you can sort of accomplish these physical feats and these mental feats, these feats of social interaction, all kinds of whatever's holding you back. You got to accept that you're in a place that needs improvement and practice, but also accept that you are okay in what you are now. Everything's okay, you know. You have the ability to envision these things. You just have to find a path towards it, and accept, accept that path. There's certain things that victimization that can kind of hinder you, and for me, there was a long time where I felt like I was a victim of my physical nature, because I became paraplegic because I was drugged with PCP. I was in this sort of cycle of victimization where I felt like that my physical nature had been stolen from me. Um, Before I had, like I said, I was very physical. I was playing hockey. I was playing soccer. I stood proud at who I was. I was landscaping. I was doing so many things with my body and mind. The only, even at that time, the only things that were out of my reach was things that just were out of my imagination, really. And so you most of you have the capability to find that strong stance again. Most of your legs are fully functional, and you still might have some sort of victimization or whatever. You might have some sort of pain or fear, and um, you may feel like you're under siege in a way, or at war with something, at war with your limiting beliefs and everything. And I just really implore you to find that stand and find that grounding and that connection with the earth. um, Manifest your belonging in the world, and you're part of humanity, and you have to conquer this fear. And you may have to reground yourself and re-find yourself and your physicality, and get over this stuff. Like my spinal cord is technically, it's, from what I know, it's crushed in a way, but there's some muscles that move below my waist, and so I still keep on doing these things. I kept on doing my physical therapy until basically my financial issues took over. And so I do basically my own physical therapy now. um, I do as much push-ups I can a week. I do as much bucking I can a week, that makes sense towards me and my health, because my body's not necessarily built for a lot of physical movement. Your shoulders aren't really built to take you miles in a way. So I do whatever I can in my capability to push myself. I had a great week of exercising, and um, this comfort that I got in exercising, and my biking, my push-ups, my pull-ups, all this stuff, it just it was just put me in motion in a way. It brought back that physical levity level, that some more of a confidence to express myself, and it was just part of so many other chakras that really made me feel like myself again. And you got to watch, you have to especially watch what you're putting in your body, what you're putting, um if you're smoking, drinking, all these things, they are going to mess up your physical, not only appearance, but your physical state of mind and everything like that. So that's another important aspect I didn't even think I was going to get into, but whatever you put in your body, that's part of you. Um, and so maybe you might need to rethink that in a way, be sort of in practice in your own health to sort of really get the fullest effect out of the physical world and being you. Um, just becoming more healthy about your habits is it doesn't change who you are. It just means you're more in practice in those sort of aspects of your life. Find out whatever it is that's holding you back, whatever is limiting you in the physical world, and just crush those sort of those setbacks, those problem beliefs, those things that are holding you back. Rewire them, change those beliefs, and just look at them again. And you'll look at those beliefs, and you'll just think how silly it was that I believed I couldn't do that. Um, you just gotta start taking those steps, you know. Um, and I guess on a ridiculous note, you have all these sort of different blockages, and I just think about all the people that protested the ceremony and everything, and they literally wanted to take dookies in the river. They were throwing their feces in the river. So you got some people that really approve of something and they want to they want to be part of it, and you got other people that just want to dookie on it, you know. So it's just so ridiculous, you know. Some people really explore their spirituality, improve themselves, and other people are just like monkeys in this world, and they just throw their feces in the river. You know, they just want to throw their feces at whatever it is they don't like, instead of working on themselves. So hey, you got to watch out for those people, because you can take a lot of dookie to the face, uh, figuratively, maybe even literally. Maybe even physically, you might get, the dookie in the face. Maybe I did at one point in my life. So, definitely wanted to conclude with a little bit of humor there. Um, liberate yourself. Find a way to turn that grief into joy, and empower goals physically that lead up into the chakras towards expression and all these great ambitions. Um, this is where your Kundalini energy sits. This is your root, and many of you out there, like myself, may have suffered some damaging trauma to the root of your being, and this isn't the end of that. You and me are completely capable of doing what we can to improve humanity and change the world even. You know, you're not just some speck of sand in the universe, you know? Who knows what you're capable of? Your imagination is just the limit to what you're capable of, really. And yeah, thank you so much for watching again. This was the root chakra. This is located at the bottom of your spinal cord, and is just one of the strongest ways to create a foundation for you physically in this world. Your stance, your ability to have that firm stance whenever you walk, whenever you're in a social setting. Show everybody out there that you got a firm stance. Just stand there strong, and you'd be surprised how people react to someone that's just firmly standing strong, straight up and down, fully aligned, that little twinkle in your eye. You just get treated differently. All of a sudden, everything just comes a little bit easier to you. And I want it to happen to you guys out there. So take all that in. Maybe watch this episode again if you need to. There's multiple other chakras covered in previous videos. Revisit those and just bring it all together. And I think even in the next episode, we're going to bring them all together and we're going to talk about them even more. And this may not be the end of my episodes on chakras because they really are that core aspect. There's 7 of them. There's 7 core aspects there to look at. And it's just a great way to start in your way of improving yourself. All right, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.